Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm. Here with me, McConsole on the Xbox One. Only not as you're expecting it. This
It's
is
not
not.
on.
This is not my map. This is a map visit from MarkingSquid, there, also known as Walt, who's playing with us on the challenge too. But Walt is playing along single player and has invited us along to have a look at his progress. So, Walt, what are you in?
I'm in Northeast United States.
What year are you in? Season, year-wise?
Oh, first year.
First year.
I am one day away from the second year.
Okay, so we are in late winter in Walt's game here, so it's nearly the start of spring for him. 10:13 in the morning. So Walt's going to walk us around and show us what he's doing different compared to what we do, basically. So let's follow Walt and what a walk he has.
Not much different here. I mean, machinery storage, not much can be changed here. Everybody knows this part of the farm.
Out of interest, just while we're walking around, Walt, you have a front tiller on the old fence. What way do you use it?
That is for straightening up the edges of fields, making them worker friendly. In the back here, I got the sweeper on it. And so once you plowed a field and you want to straighten all the edges up to make them look nice and neat, you drop that, then hire a worker to run the front tiller, and it gives you a perfectly straight edge.
Ooh, there you go. Sort of GPS console style?
Yeah, console style.
Console style.
And
okay.
You can see I've got the Gigant with the Domodors or whatever. Gives you an 8-meter wide plow that can be pulled with a Massey 200, and you only lose about 1 mile an hour versus pulling it with something like this.
That's the...
So...
Is that the Challenger from the horseback?
No, that's the regular, everyday 875.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's
Well,
move on next.
Horseback's a little wide for some of these areas.
Oh, and for anybody that's interested as well, joining us on the map tour is Ryan, original Deadman, who also plays the challenge with us, and Lear is running about somewhere too.
I'm around.
And of course, over here, a little bit of silage equipment.
So that's the blade from the rower system.
Yes,
everyone knows
that
the big
is my
X.
favorite blade of the game.
Okay. This is just where we're out to have a nosy, guys.
Stump grinder for the excavator. No cows yet, unfortunately. So really nothing to see through here. Except for the fact I had this clamp full not all that long ago. But I moved it over here to the storage silos. There's Lear. Couple of bins for selling massive amounts at a time. Then we get to the sheep. I use the Lely Junos because the conveyor systems get in the way of actually feeding.
But you don't actually use them on a hired work or anything. You just leave them sitting on like that. You don't actually have them moving.
Leave them parked here.
And that'll clean it up and throw it straight back in there for you?
Correct.
Sweet.
And that allows me to get the trailer in between without having conveyors all over the place.
Nice.
And of course, a couple of heads in here at the big combine.
Oh yeah, there's your front disc for your yeah.
Mower. Everybody's got to have the mower.
Big M.
Yeah, it's
Animal
the best in the
feed
game.
storage. Everybody's got to have that.
And just some storage trailers.
And of course, you know the little windrowing hay system.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We use that one as well.
My trailers,
show
my
that one.
trailers.
And
And of course, to shuffle these slow excavators around, you got to have a flatbed.
And
Gotta
there's
get 'em
Walt's
around the
favorite
map
piece of
quickly.
machinery, yeah? His favorite bit of machinery.
Yeah. And of course, this is another favorite piece of machinery.
Oh, where are we?
It's a little chipper.
Log bugs for dropping off. So that way I don't have to keep moving it. I can just drop them off and sell them when the price on chips is good.
Yeah.
And here, I think we should be taking tractors and scouting out some of the fields, I think. We should have one lined up here somewhere for everybody.
Let's not take the one with the forks in front. Ha ha ha.
You guys can drop the buckets off if you want.
Okay, so we follow Walt round. And I believe we're heading into the 50s.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how I redesigned 52, considering that we can't drop the fence on 91 just yet. So you'll see that I've widened it off into the logging area here quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
I've had to straighten all of my fields and make them worker friendly because there's no way I could do this solo.
Yeah, but guys, I think you can see the amount of deforestation Walt has going on here, like what we have. Only I think he's a wee bit more deforested than we have.
So 52 now extends all the way down to here. And then as it collides with that fence to the little, what is that, 91?
Yeah.
I straightened it off and left just that little piece of the corner of 52 here all by itself. And
Oh,
of course,
thanks for the host,
51
Anthony.
has been extended quite a long ways. All the way up and over this hill. And become part of 50 itself too. Making one rather large field.
It's kind
Then
of
we
what
get over to 50s.
It's kind of what we were talking about doing
53
anyway.
is also
You've
been
extended
to
53.
where it collides with the hills. Yep. And even 54 has been widened. Then I threw another silo over here, so I haven't got to transport straw very far for the pigs over there.
Joe's in chat still, Anthony. Unfortunately, Walt had some bits of equipment on his farm that Joe didn't have, so he couldn't join us for this one. This is not actually my challenge map. This is Walt's single-player one that he's playing along with. Ooh, and that's where you've used that old shed.
It
So you made
pays
yourself
for
another wee
itself
yard
in
here.
about 10 to 15 days. Then I got extra sell points, stuff going on here. Didn't figure it was quite good for fields.
So 93 you just left
As
his grass
again,
altogether, yeah?
What's that?
You just left your 93 as grass all the... Man, you seriously have deforested this map. Oh, sorry.
It's going to take a turn into the pigs.
I'm too busy
No
looking
problem,
around and
but of course,
missing you.
Water
what have you
set
done?
up so I can operate it with one of these tractors.
Yep. Oh, where
And of course, there's a Lely Juno running this whole length. It keeps track of that with a hired worker. But I got one for straw and one for pig food. Of course, got a pig food silo because I'm lazy and don't want to mix things. And
Nothing wrong with that, I do the same
just
thing.
over 300 pigs at the moment, I believe. Yeah, 308 pigs at the moment.
308?
So that's pretty much the... Yes, 308 pigs.
So you definitely went pigs
Otherwise,
already?
not much to see here.
Okay, let me just jump back in the tractor.
I just had a large chunk of cash from selling wood and decided to see if I could make money off of pigs using seasons. This is also the first time I've ever run the season on a map, so I'm still learning as I go at the same time. And then left most of this hillier area grass, because I've done a good chunk of calf from just picking up grass all over the map. we'll get to that's still available to see. And of course,
Yeah,
the
I've been trouble driving that.
fluoridation.
Yeah, I think it's the internet.
This is the start of your fields that you're making yourself.
Yep, these are all a bunch more made fields throughout this area.
Oh, got a bit of air.
I tried to avoid the hills so they wouldn't fight with the hired workers so much.
Yeah, the difference that you doing it with us doing it is, you know, obviously there's, you know, we've got people that can do it where you're trying to get everything done with a hired worker.
Correct.
And of course,
so I have to. Yes, the silo mess that was full at one point in time. If you look at the what's that called? God, I'm having trouble words in now.
You're talking about the finance page? Sure.
Yes, the finance page.
It
was back on Friday during the finance page that $9 million in harvest income was from chips alone that day.
Okay, yeah, there you are. Harvest income 9,014,838. Yeah.
Now I'm going to drive a line along here, starting right about here, and driving along this line. My pile of chips ended right about here and then went all the way up the hill, leveled off to about here from that line I just drove.
So you had quite an amount of chips.
Yes.
A lot bigger than the chips we had,
today.
yeah.
And this was this morning's work. This was all forest this morning. So I cut all of this back from here and made this field.
So that's pretty cool because your field's now ready for
spring.
Hey cowboy, how's it going, man? Welcome along. Thank you very much. So that field is now ready for spring. What's the next plan?
Probably park the chipper right here. I had it over at the barns over there, getting it clean. We'll park the chipper here. Finish deforesting all of this stuff to get some chips built back up for next winter. Most of this is going to be planted corn because it's close enough to the BGA.
Yeah.
As well as most of the fields across the northern side of the map, which we can go take a quick tour of now.
Sweet, I'll follow you up. Joe, thanks very much for the heaps. Right, so we'll just go around and by the barns, have a look, see what's different down here. Anything big?
Anything? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, have you anything big down here that I should be crashing into the lamppost over?
Little bits of equipment in here. I wouldn't call it big, but there's bits of equipment all scattered all over these garages.
It's definitely a lot tidier than what we have. I think next time I'll take some kind of tracks on it, man. Having trouble steering this thing.
Well, that was part of the reason why I chose this vehicle, to see if it ran well enough for you guys to be able to control them easy enough. If it's hard to control them, we can get you something else to finish the touring.
No, it's just me.
Really...
It's just me, I'm not used to track vehicles.
So it's not lag causing you to turn too quickly or anything like that?
No, I'm fine. I'm hitting constant, the latency's constant, so it's pretty sweet. Missed the spot. Anthony says you missed the spot.
Where'd I miss the spot?
I'll
fire the worker right now.
It's just Anthony's thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
up to the bugger.
Everybody misses a spot somewhere with Anthony.
Okay.
So field 2, obviously you've got field 3. Did I see there as well? Oh.
We'll get to the fields right after, but This is actually 100% was done from just picking up grass off of areas I've deforested. As well as the million I put away for the cows.
Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just busy crashing the tractor. So this has all been picked up, grass from around the map.
And grass around the map.
Probably not a good idea to take that up there, actually. And I have seen Walt level a bunker, guys. He is very particular about bunkers.
Oh.
Very particular about missing his bunkers. Anything else in particular down here that you're proud of?
Yeah, actually, this proves what I leveled the bunker with.
Oh.
See the pieces of equipment in the barn there?
So you done it with the Massey.
Yep.
Xbox users don't always miss parts, Anthony. It's PC users that miss the parts. Right, so let's follow Walt then and continue on his farm. And my controller batteries are low. Lovely. Luckily enough, I do have a spare set there somewhere.
Excellent. Let me know if you need me to stop the changing.
Well, if I go quiet.
Yeah.
So we're now walking into 2 and 3.
Field 13, 5, and 4 have all become one. And straightened out so it's worker friendly.
I never said PS4 users, Anthony. I said PC players. So this is basically what you're using to... You're going to chaff this, or...?
Yep, this is going to be corn also. Almost everything along this north side of the map is going to be chaff. I will fill that BGA this year round.
So basically this was part of the field beforehand that you've straightened out. Obviously you planted in grass.
Correct. But it's also used a sweeper to delete the field enough so the machines won't just keep going and stuff.
So, fly around the corners. We're heading back along the north end of the map, heading west towards where the 30s are, I believe, at the minute. 30 fields. Field numbers with the 30s.
That is correct, 30s and 40s.
So your first time playing Seasons on a map, what do you think? Do you think you could play it without it, or with it, or would you prefer it or not prefer it?
I wish they'd make a couple of little tweaks to it. There are a few things about Seasons I find as a bummer. One of them is that bales don't last long enough to matter no matter where you store them on. That kind of bothers me. Because baling can be a whole lot of fun.
Anthony has wetting himself laughing here. He's like, oh look, a massive failure race. Obviously referring to the Massies.
Massive what?
The massive failures.
Oh.
So you have basically just cornered these fields out, straighten them for your workers.
Effectively. Joined parts of them, made some smaller, some larger. But this field is now pretty massive. Should bring a load of corn.
A heck of a lot of corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
And it does.
You chop that until you fill your silo up completely.
And obviously you've made a few changes over here as well, because you can tell with the straight lines.
Pretty much every field has been expanded where I can, but made worker friendly at the same time.
Well, playing single player, you have to be more worker friendly, don't you?
Yeah, otherwise you'd never have the time to do this. Even on this map, I'm pushing 150 hours, I think. but I'm also playing to the point I want to do everything that you guys are doing on the challenge map just to challenge myself. Meaning that I want all 1,000 animals, I want all everything.
Yeah, but it does help when you have that. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I just realised where I am. No, it does absolutely help when you have that bit of a challenge behind you as well. It makes the game more fun and more interesting to play, I think, anyway.
I would be ecstatic though if before the challenge is over they get out the update to this map where we can get rid of those fences. Because like I would
Watch out
immediately
for that
incorporate
fence.
49
Yeah,
into
especially
that
the ones.
field there.
Yeah, especially the ones up at the main farm as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
so
any-
collide with that corner of 49 or 90, whatever it is.
Yeah. So any big changes in this part of the map for you?
Yeah, over in this corner past the 50s here on the other side of the main farm, there's some pretty extreme changes to a couple of the fields there.
So how many fields have you got in total so far?
I never counted.
On a mad guess?
Put it this way.
20 something.
Hang on, I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33,
Oh.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Oh, there you're over there.
There you go.
41?
Well,
Oh,
as you
sorry.
can see,
Oh,
those-
40. Sorry.
Look, trees,
41,
yes.
42, 43, 44, 45.
Oh.
I forgot to add 4, 5 and 13 and 2.
So 45 fields.
That field was cut those two together and made worker friendly. Then I've been buying up most of this area over here and cutting it, making it worker friendly. And you can see most of these fields near the main farm are planted with winter crops. And whatever.
So you can see, guys, I mean, it's interesting to see what's going on here, because obviously Walt's playing this single player and he's playing it a lot differently than what we're doing on the multiplayer part of the challenge. Again, guys, anybody out there, if you fancy me to come and have a look at the map, just let me know. We'll arrange the time, sync up the mods, and we'll come and have a look around your farm. Even if it's not the challenge map, guys, you want to show off a farm that you're particularly proud of, give me a shout as well. We can always come and have a look at that as well. Just let me know, guys, comments down below, or you can send me a message.
And thanks everybody who came by to have a visit.
And that's Walt's farm in a nutshell. So basically, before we go, I'm just going to throw up the map, so you can see all the green fields that Walt was saying. That's the ones he owns. Obviously he's over 1 million litres of chaff there. Yeah, he has over 1 million litres of chaff there. See you, Joe. And you can have a look at some of the stuff he's got in stories there. I mean, 89. His wheat is 65,000. So, you know, he's going pretty heavy on the soybeans.
And that's
Obviously waiting on the right price to sell
only
them.
a few days ago, though, on that note, I sold 490,000 wheat and another 300 and something thousand barley.
There you go. You can see the difference that's what's happening then, guys, on compared to what we're doing on the multiplayer angle of things here. All that's left to say, I mean, thanks very much to Lear and to Ryan for coming along and joining us for the visit. But a big thanks out to Walt, MarkingSquid there, for bringing us around his farm and showing us what he's doing for his multiplayer tour. Again, guys, if you fancy me coming to have a look at your farm, just give me a shout, let me know. We'll try and arrange something where we can do. And again, thank you very much, Walt, for taking us around and showing us everything that's going on here. Much appreciated.
Glad to have you all along.
And we shall see you all again then, guys.
Thank you,
And have a good one. Nighty nights.